Isang pagbati na may ngiti sa aking mga labi. Naghahanap ba kayo ng makakatuwang sa pagre-review ng inyong anak? Meron yan sa DepEd. Ang ETUlay online tutorial ay libre at handog ng ating kagawaran sa pangunguna ng OUA ICTS EdTech. Ito ay isang proyektong makatutulong sa mga mag-aaral, katuwang ang mga magulang o kasama sa kani-kanilang tahanan para masagutan at maunawaan ang mga modules. Hangad din ng programang ETUlay ang matulungan ang ating mga guro sa kanilang mga blended learning classes. Ang ating ETUlay ay mula kinder hanggang senior high school. Bukod sa academics, meron din tayong mga special programs gaya ng All is Wellness, Reading and Math Remediation, Storytelling, Mommy Tech Talks, Classes sa Gramatika, Speech Class, Financial Literacy, at marami pang iba. Pinalawig din ng ETUlay ang ating Alive program para sa mga mag-aaral mula grade 1 hanggang grade 3. Gayon din ay mayroon tayong ALS program at SPED tutorials na makasisigurong makakamit ng lahat ang inclusive education. May SPED hotline na rin para sa inyong mga katanungan patungkol sa special education. Kaya, subaybayan mula Lunes hanggang Biyernes, mula 9:00 ng umaga hanggang 7:00 ng gabi ang ating ETUlay. Sa ating pagtutulungan, maiaangat natin ang bawat isa. Ating itutulay ang pagkatuto upang di mapigil ang pag-aaral ng kabataang Pilipino. Itulay natin ito, sulong edukalidad.
Mabuhay! Good day to all! I am your tutor Madge. Welcome to ETUlay, a free online tutorial, an initiative of the Department of Education, Information and Communications Technology Service, Educational Technology Unit, ICTS EdTech. This program is aimed at helping and assisting learners from kindergarten, senior high school, ALS, Alive, and SPED learners. Aside from answering the modules, the ETUlay is offering programs which you will surely look forward to. Together with our parents and teachers, the ETUlay will bridge the gaps where difficulty and ease meet in learning new knowledge and skills. So, let us prepare our modules, pen and paper. Ready your mind to see and hear worthwhile and interesting lessons. Let us now study and learn, together with our volunteer online tutors. Tara na!
Ayan, okay. So, good afternoon, everyone. Ayan, sa lahat ng mga nanonood sa ating DepEd ETUlay online tutorial ngayong hapong ito, 1:00 p.m. For grade 6 mathematics. So, bago muna tayo magsimula, ay hayaan nyo munang simulan muna natin ang ating batian portion sa ating mga nanonood sa ating FB Live. Ayan. So, hello kay Kevin Martin Doluntap, itong ating mga soulmates. Good afternoon po, watching from Sorsogon East Central School, Sorsogon City, grade 6 SSES Advisor, Ma'am Jessica Ramiscal. Ayan, good afternoon. Kay Lay Aldred Ibay, good afternoon po, grade 6 SSC, watching from Marilao Central Integrated School, Division of Bulacan. Kay Adrian Ray Rivera, happy learning everyone. Ayan, so advisor si Ma'am Sunny Bicarme Rarama. At ang kanilang principal ay si Sir Rodelio Domingo Ganyo from San Pedro Villa Concepcion Elementary School, Roas East District SDO Isabela. Ayan. Si Cassandra Bravo, good afternoon po from Gamu Central School, grade 6 Mahogany, watching and listening to DepEd ETUlay. Maraming salamat Cassandra o Cassandria Bravo. Ayan, kay Roxeline Adirolf, good afternoon po, watching po from SDO Batangas, Tilambo Elementary School. Ayan, good afternoon. Kay Angelic Marie Salazar, watching from Marilao Central Integrated School, Marilao North District, Marilao, Bulacan. Ayan. Kay Marco Kalumpang, good afternoon po, watching from Marilao Central Integrated School, Marilao North District, Marilao, Bulacan. Ayan. And I think ito na next, si Bricks Matthew Saliman. Good afternoon po, watching from Marilao Central Integrated School, Marilao North District, Marilao, Bulacan. Ba? Puro mga taga Marilao, Bulacan ang ating mga soulmates, ang ating mga manonood ngayong hapon ito. Ayan. Si Princess Yana Taglokop, watching from Marilao Central Integrated School, Marilao, Bulacan din. Si Phil Sebastian Sardido, ganun din, Marilao Central Integrated School. Wow. Si Christian Faye Gutang, from grade 6 Sampaguita, Alibadabad Elementary School. Sana na-pronounce ko ng tama. San Mariano 2 District. Ayan, always watching and listening po. Maraming salamat. And huli na lang to, si Nina Frances Sanchez, watching from, ganun pa din, Marilao Central Integrated School, Marilao North District, Marilao, Bulacan. Ayan, so maraming salamat sa ating mga manonood ngayong hapong ito. Ayan, so bago pa tayo magsimula ay again, for the month of March, we are celebrating the National Women's Month. Ayan, so we make change, work for women. And of course, binabati natin ng ating mga kababaihan na mabuhay sa inyong lahat. Ayan. So maraming salamat sa inyo. Okay. So muli, abangan po kami ni Tutor Prince. Ayan. Si Tutor Prince ay kasama rin natin ngayon. Nasa backstage lang siya. So siya ang ating director ngayon. So good afternoon ulit, Tutor Prince. Ayan. So ito po yung Math 6 natin. Again, pag Friday po, lagi po tayo Mathematics Day. So that is from 1 o'clock to 1:40 p.m. And mapapanood niyo po kami sa aming mga FB and YouTube pages sa ating DepEd EdTech Unit, DepEd Tayo, DepEd Philippines, DepEd EdTech at DepEd TV. Maraming salamat po. Okay. Ayan. So, sino-sino nga bang ating mga duties of the week sa ating homework noong last week? So, actually, marami-rami ito, no? More than 30. So, padami ang ating mga solvemates. So, kilalanin natin sila. Sino-sino nga bang ating mga solvemates for quarter 3, week 5? So, sila ay sina, ayan, si Laila Camille B. Vergara, Angelique Marie Salazar, Gracie N. Kionisala, Princess Yana T. Taglokop, Gerald R.V. D. Cantor, Carl Yuan S. Marasigan, Henry Stephen Kadapan, Tristan Uriel M. Cruz, Ivan Joseph Felnar, Enaj Erica J. Galang, Nerwin P. Negal Jr., Fiona Irene U. Espina, Alia Judiel Javier, John Vincent A. Gadi, Bricks Matthew I. Soliman, Ian Gail R. Dilay, Lay Aldred M. Ibay, Adrian Ray Rivera, Cassandra Bravo, Jeric Johan Ramirez, Maria Riana Mitisha T. Sempron, Rihanna A. Abadier, Sian Ronald S. Castillo, Arian May B. Zacarias, Roxy Rihanna R. Dugan, Alessandra Elish Amurao, Jeremy Lynn A. Gauma, Ziljan Evans G. Ofrasio, Gwyneth Angeline L. Tolentino, Lorraine Jewel Damitan, Alessandro Sandoval, and Carl Dominic U. Baliwas. So, more than 30 ang ating mga soulmates. So, binabati ko kayo ng congratulations for a job well done. Ayan. Okay. So, to start our lesson for this afternoon, we have Quarter 3 Mathematics 6, Week 6, Finding and Solving Routine and Non-Routine Problems involving area of composite figures formed by any two or more of the following. So, you have the triangle, square, rectangle, circle, and semicircle. So muli, kami ni Tutor Prince ang makakasama ninyo ngayong hapong ito. Okay, so again, special thanks to the division office for lending us our module that serves as our reference for our afternoon session today. Ayan. So maraming salamat po sa inyo mga ma'am and sir sa ating development team. Ayan po. Okay, so what are the objectives of the lesson? So after this session, you're expected to find the area of composite figures formed by any two or more of the following. You have the triangle, square, rectangle, circle, and semicircle. Also, you have to solve routine and non-routine problems involving area of composite figures formed by any two or more of the following. So you have the triangle, square, rectangle, circle, and semicircle. Ayan. Okay. So let's start with our first lesson, area of composite figures. So how do you find the area of composite figures? Having two or more of the following. You have the triangle, square, rectangle, circle, and semicircle. So to start off, let's have first the definition of terms. So we define again area. So just a quick recap. So when you say area, it is the amount of space occupied by a two-dimensional figure. So yung ating mga plane figures, yung space na na-occupy nito, ang tawag po natin doon ay area. And of course, area is in terms of square units. So whenever we solve for the area, we have to put the word square, like square meters, square centimeters, square inches, square feet, and the like. Okay. Next, composite figures. So when you say composite figures, it is a two-dimensional figure made up of basic two-dimensional shapes such as triangles, rectangles, circles, semicircles, etc. Ayan. So yun yung ibig sabihin ng composite figures. So binubuo ng two or more two-dimensional shapes. Ayan. Okay. So let's have a quick recap. So using the formula, if you can still recall the formulas in finding the area of the following figures. So would you mind to find the area of the following figures shown on your screens right now? So you have three items there. So kindly put your answers in our chat box. Yeah, so hopefully ay natatandaan nyo pa ang pagkuha ng area ng plane figures. So remember again to put the word square in order to find the area, like square centimeters, square inches, square feet, square centimeters. Ayan. So actually, I am seeing on the comments for number 1, your answer is 64 centimeters. So again, please do put the word square in order to find the area of the plane figure. Ayan. So nakita ko si Henry Stephen. Ang sabi niya, number 1, ang bilis niya ha. Number 1 is 64 square centimeters. Number 2 is 32 square meters. And number 3, we have 36 square centimeters. Okay, so same lang din ang sagot ng iba. Ayan, so naglagay na kayo ng square. Very good. So dapat tatanda natin, lalagay na ng square. Ayan, si Carl, si Kevin Martin, ayan, si Gwyneth, ayan, 64 square centimeters. Okay, so let's see. Let's try to answer the following. So for number 1, you're given a square. So as we recall, the area of square. So the area of square is side times side or simply side squared. So we get the area by multiplying 8 centimeters by itself. So 8 centimeters times 8 centimeters. So 8 times 8 is 64. So we have 64 square centimeters. So the area for number 1 is 64 square centimeters. Okay? Bibilis yung magsagot na. Very good. So for number 2, you are given a rectangle. So for the rectangle's area, we have to find the area by just simply multiplying the length by the width. So that's L times W or simply LW. So that is, the length is 8 meters and the width is 4 meters. So we have 8 meters times 4 meters. So 8 times 4 is 32. So we now have 32 square meters. Okay, that is correct. And lastly, for number 3, you're given a triangle. So if you recall the area of triangle, so that is just 1/2 multiplied by the by the product of the base and the height. So the base and the height, so denoted by b times h. So we have 1/2 times b times h. So we now have 1/2 multiplied by the base is 6 centimeters and the height is 12 centimeters. So we now have 1/2 times 6 centimeters times 12 centimeters. So we therefore compute for the product. So we multiply 6 by 12. So 6 by 12 is 72. So we now have 1/2 multiplied by 72 square centimeters. And if you simplify that, 1/2 of 72 is 36 square centimeters. So the area of the triangle is 36 square centimeters. Okay, very good. Grade 6 students, you all got the correct answers. Very good. Ayan. Okay, so let's now proceed to the formulas. So again, for a quick recap of the formulas, for finding the area of plane figures, so you have the following. So you will be using them in order to find the areas of composite figures later on. So just a quick recap. So for rectangle, again, the area of rectangle is you have length times width. So area is L times W. For parallelogram, you're given the base and the height. So we have area equals to B times H, or base times height. Okay, for trapezoids area, so for the area of the trapezoid, so again you have area equals to 1/2 multiplied by the sum of the bases, A and B. So we have A plus B, then multiplied by the height of the trapezoid, which is H. So that's 1/2 times the sum of the bases times the height. Next, for the triangle, as we had earlier, so we have 1/2 times base times height. Then we have for the square, so we have side times side, or simply side squared, or S squared. And we have also circle. So circle's area, given the radius, is denoted by area equals to pi r squared. So usually we use pi equal to 3.14. And again, you'll be using the pi r squared if and only if you're given the radius of the circle. But if the given is the diameter, you just simply get half of it to get the radius. So that is, we get half of the diameter to get the radius, and then you just simply substitute the radius to our formula. And you have the last one, semicircle. So from the prefix itself, semi means half. So semicircle is literally half of the circle. So since the area of the circle is pi r squared, it follows that the formula for the area of the semicircle is pi r squared all over 2, or 1/2 multiplied by pi r squared. So that is how to find the areas of the plane figures. Okay. Now, looking at the given illustration there, so can you identify, grade 6 students, which of the following are composite figures? So kindly type in your answers based on the given figures shown on your screens. Which of the following are composite figures from letters A to F? Alin kayo dyan ang mga composite figures? A, B, C, D, E, or F? Let's see. So, di tayo ng mga response. Ayan. Alin kayo dyan ang mga composite figures? So, good afternoon, sabi ni Mika, watching from Binatog Elementary School, San Mariano 2 District, SDO Isabela. Kanyang advisor ay si Ma'am Mirasol Cabatuan Flores. Ayan. Ayan, may mga nagsasagot na. So, sabi ni Sian Castillo, B. Okay. Composite figures, ha? If you remember the definition of composite figures earlier, no? So it is composed of two or more um, plane figures, no? So we have letter A, okay? So A is a composite figure. Same thing with letter C. Since in letter C, you have the circle and a square. And of course, letter E. Okay. Mm-hmm. So actually, pwede din pala ang letter D, but I forgot to encircle letter D because for letter D, pwede siya maging composite. It is because also we can divide this into two plane figures. So you have a rectangle and a triangle. Okay, yes. Ayan. So these are the composite figures. So you have A, C, D, and E. No? So these are the following composite figures. Okay, very good. So we now go to the next. Ayan. So let's now start with our lesson. So look at the figure below. Ayan. So as you can see, we have there sort of a house. So para tayo may bahay. Okay. So based on the figure, how many shapes are there? So ilang shapes ang nakikita ninyo? So based on the figure, there are two shapes in the figure. Ayan. So meron tayong dalawang shapes. And since we have two shapes, what are those shapes shown in the figure? Ano yung dalawang shapes na nakikita ninyo sa figure? Ayan. So we have, of course, the shapes in the figure are square and triangle. Ayan. So you have square and triangle. Okay. So now, how do we find the area of that entire figure? So this is an example of composite figures. So again, remember these composite figures. These are figures that can be segmented into two or more of the basic shape. Ayan. So tandaan nyo po yan. Binubuo siya ng two or more plane figures. Okay, so to find the area of each shaded region, we will consider that all angles marked with perpendicularity symbol, of course, are right angles. So in other words, if you see that symbol, yung ganyan, that means that is a right angle, or the angle measures exactly 90 degrees. So again, we can separate the figures into two, a triangle and a square. So mangyayari, ayan, magiging ganyan. So pinaghiwalay natin silang dalawa. So we have the triangle and the square. So notice that once we separate the triangle and the square, so notice that in the given triangle, we have the base and the height. So the base is 7 centimeters. Saan nanggaling yung 7 centimeters? So nanggaling siya dun sa ating side ng square, no? Which is 7 centimeters. And of course, the given height of the triangle is 8 centimeters. And of course, we have the square with a side of 7 centimeters. So we will find out what will be the area of that figure, of that shaded region. Okay, so let's find the area of each figure. So let's start with the area of the triangle. So the area of the triangle, again, is denoted by 1/2 times the base times the height. So our given base is 7 centimeters and the height is 8 centimeters. So from that, we will be having area equals to 1/2 times 7 centimeters times 8 centimeters. And from that, we multiply 7 and 8. So 7 centimeters times 8 centimeters is 56 square centimeters. So again, we have to put the word square in our units since we are getting the area. So that will be 1/2 multiplied by 56 square centimeters. And 1/2 of 56 is 28. So therefore, the area of the given triangle is 28 square centimeters. And that's the final, that's the area of the triangle. That's not yet the final answer. Next is we get now the area of the square. So the area of a square, of course, you have the formula. Area equals to side times side or side squared. And from that, we have 7 centimeters as our given side. So we have area equals to 7 centimeters times 7 centimeters. So 7 times 7 is 49. And therefore, we have an area of 49 square centimeters. So that's the area of the square. As since we have to get the entire area of the given composite figure, which composes of the triangle and the square. So what we will do? So we just get the total area of the whole figure. So that is the area of the triangle, which is 28 square centimeters, added by the area of the square, which is 49 square centimeters. So we add 28 and 49. What will be the result? The result is equal to 77 square centimeters. So therefore, we can now say that the area of the given composite figure is 77 square centimeters. Ayan, very good. Ang gagaling ng ating mga kids. Ayan, so nakita ko mga nagsasagot. Ayan, so nakita kong una nagsagot ng 77 ay si Henry Stephen Kadapan. Ayan, sinundan ni na Cassandra Bravo, ni na Eliza Jane, ayan, si Ivan Joseph, very good. Si Leticia, ayan, very good. Si Nerwin, ayan, okay. And si Carl Dominic. And si Sean Austin Giliano, Hiwatig. Very good. Okay, so let's have the next one. Let's now try to find the area of this composite figure. Ayan, so as you can see, how will you determine the area of that figure? Okay, so you analyze. How do we get the area of that figure? Ayan. So hopefully you are seeing it right now on your screens. So what will be the area of that composite figure? Okay, so to solve for the area, you will do the following. So we can divide the figure into 3 rectangles. So paano yon? So from that, so we can divide the figure into 3 rectangles. So we have 2 rectangles that measures 7 feet by 4 feet. That is denoted by A and B. And the other one with measures 8 feet by 4 feet denoted with rectangle C. So it will be look like this. Ayan. So ganyan ang mangyayari. Okay. So ngayon, hinati na natin sila into 3 rectangles. So again, rectangles A and B are 2 rectangles that measures 7 feet by 4 feet. And the other one, which is rectangle C, measures 8 feet by 4 feet. Okay, so natataka kayo, Sir, saan po nakuha yung 8 feet? Bakit po naging 8 feet po? At bakit naging 4 feet yung width ng rectangle C? Kasi it came from the fact that since we divide the entire composite figure into 3 rectangles, so the total here is 16 feet. So since this is 4 feet, so the width of rectangle A is 4 feet, and same with the width of the rectangle B is also 4 feet. So it follows that here we have 4 feet, and here we have also 4 feet. So from this region, no? Ayan. So this is 4 feet. Now, kaya to naging 8 feet, it is because we have now 4 feet and 4 feet there. So 4 feet plus 4 feet is 8 feet. And since the entire figure here, ito, is 16 feet. So we subtract 8 feet from 16 feet. So 16 feet minus 8 feet is 8 feet. So the length of rectangle C is 8 feet. So similarly, ganun din yung gagawin sa width ng ating rectangle C. So bakit nakuha yung 4 feet? So it came from the fact that, so take note that the length here is 3 feet. Ayan. Because of this one. And this is also 3 feet. Nakalagay naman. So because here we have 7 feet, the width of rectangle A and rectangle B is 7 feet. Eh may 3 feet ka na. So ibig sabihin, to find the width of rectangle C, we just simply subtract 7 feet from 7 feet by 3 feet. So that 7 feet minus 3 feet is 4 feet. So you have 4 feet here, and we have 4 feet here. So we therefore have 8 feet by 4 feet for rectangle C. So sana ay naintindihan ninyo kung paano nakuha yung dimensions ng rectangles. Okay. So therefore, let us solve the area of each rectangle. Ayan. So hiniwalay natin sila muli. So rectangle A and B are the same, 7 feet by 4 feet, and rectangle C is 8 feet by 4 feet. Okay, so we now have areas of rectangles A and B. So that is length times width times 2. So we have 7 feet times 4 feet times 2. And 7 times 4 times 2 is 56 square feet. So therefore, the area of A and B, so we have already get the area of A and B, so that is 56 square feet. So that's the area of A and B. And now, we will get the area of rectangle C. So how do we get the area of rectangle C? So we just use the formula, length times width. So that's 8 feet multiplied by 4 feet. So 8 times 4 is 32. So therefore, the area of rectangle C is 32 square feet. And now, from that, we will be adding the area of the 3 rectangles. So to get the area, ayan. So, pinalik ulit natin sa original. So, i-add na natin lahat yan. So, the area of the shaded region is equal to the area of rectangle C plus the area of rectangles A and B. So, that is 32 square feet plus 56 square feet. And 32 plus 56 is 88. So, therefore, the area of the shaded region is 88 square feet. Very good. Okay, so nakita ko ulit na ang dami nagsagot ng 88 square feet. Very good talaga ang ating mga kids, no? So, ang unang nagsagot ay si Henry Stephen ulit. Then, sinundan nila Nerwin, Mika, Angelic, Ivan, Kevin, Christian Faye, Sean Austin, ayan, si Kathleen Caliedo, Gwyneth, Ian Gale, Adrian, Isha, Christian Faye, Gerald, Mitisha. Ayan, ang dami na, no? So, yun yung mga sumagot ng tama. Very good. So, the area of the entire figure is 88 square feet. Ayan. Or, there's another way of solving for the area. So, aside from that, also, we can have this. So, the area of the given figure can be solved by subtracting the area of the 3 by 8 rectangle. Ayan, so, pakita lang natin. Ayan. Kasi kung mapapansin niyo, meron tayong small rectangle dyan. So that is denoted by the 3 by 8 feet na small rectangle. We will be subtracting the area of that from the area of the larger or the big rectangle, which is denoted by 16 feet by 7 feet. So pwede din yung anong gawin natin. Okay, so from that, we have area of big rectangle is length times width. So since the length of the big rectangle is 16 feet and the width is 7 feet, so that is 16 feet by 7 feet, and that is 112 square feet. So that's for the big rectangle. And next, we have the area of the small rectangle. So we have the length 8 feet and the width 3 feet. So that is 8 feet multiplied by 3 feet. That is 24 square feet. And that will be your area of the small rectangle. And then from that, to be able to get the area of the shaded region, we just simply subtract the area of the big rectangle by the area of the small rectangle. So that is 112 square feet minus 24 square feet. And the answer will be 88 square feet. And that is the correct answer. So still, you have the same answer as what we had earlier. Okay. So pwede nyo rin gawin yung ganyang technique. So it's up to you whether you want it separated into 3 rectangles or you will be having like that. You subtract the area of the big rectangle by the area of the small rectangle. So it is up to you, no? Kung ano mas convenient. Pero syempre, kung convenience ang pagpipilian, mas madali ito, no? Kasi we have to get the areas of 2 rectangles only. Unlike earlier, we have 3. Okay, so let's have another one. Find the area of the shaded region. So again, since you have there a circle, we will be using pi equals to 3.14. Okay, so obviously, as you can see, we are given there two plane figures. We have the circle and a triangle. So how do we get the area of the shaded region? So when we talk of the shaded region, we have there the gray one. So yung naka-shade ng color gray, ha? Okay, so paano natin kukunin yung area niyan? So again, we have a triangle and a circle. So we get the area of the triangle and circle. So for the triangle, we have the base of 10 decimeters and a height of 12 decimeters. And for the circle, we have the width, the radius rather. We have the radius of 3 decimeters. So let's get their areas. So area of the triangle first. We have again 1/2 times base times height. So that's 1/2 multiplied by 10 decimeters by 12 decimeters. So that's 1/2 multiplied by 10 times 12 is 120. So that's 1/2 of 120. And that is equal to 60 square decimeters. So the area of the triangle is 60 square decimeters. So now let's proceed to the area of circle. So for the area of circle, we have pi times r squared or pi times r. Ayan. So para mabilis lang tayo. So we have the radius of 3 decimeters. So that will become 3.14 multiplied by 3 decimeters times 3 decimeters. So 3 decimeters times 3 decimeters is 9 square decimeters. And we multiply 3.14 by 9. So that will be 28.27 square decimeters. So since you already get the area of the triangle and circle, so what are you going to do to find the area of the shaded region? So from that, ayan, so balik tayo sa figure. So we now find the area of the shaded region. So the area of the shaded region is denoted by area of triangle. Since mas malaki yung triangle, yung sakop ng area ng triangle kaysa sa circle. So we subtract the area of the triangle by the area of the circle. So we will be having the shaded area or the area of the shaded region is equal to 60 square decimeters subtracted by 28.27 square decimeters. So if you find the result, the answer is 31.73. Ayan. Okay. So very good. So karamihan sa mga kids natin sumagot ng 31.73. Ayan. Very good. Ang gagaling ng ating mga kids. So again, do not forget the unit of measurement, square decimeters. Okay. So let's now proceed to the next. Okay, let's have an exercise. So mabilis lang tayo. So find the area of the shaded region. Okay. So assume that all angles that appear are right angles. Ayan. So let's try for the first one, then the second one. Ayan. Okay, so how do you find the areas of the shaded region for the first one and the second one? Okay, sino kaya ang makapagsosolve? Okay, may makapagsosolve kaya ng area niyan. So we have there the first and the second one. Okay, sabay nintay natin. Meron ba mga gustong bumati? Ayan. Okay, so wala na. Natabunan na ating comment, ang ating chat box. So sabi ni Kevin Martin, 54 square meters ang first. Okay, check natin. Okay, hindi nung answers nung iba. 54 square meters, sabi ni Gwyneth. Ayan, sa una. Ganun din kay Nerwin, 54 square meters. Okay, so first, notice that we have there Okay, actually at first glance, pwede na natin siyang sabihin na trapezoid, no? But for the sake of the lesson, let's have the division of figures. So we have there the square or a square and two triangles here. So this is 6 meters since you have there 6 meters and also 6 meters here and 6 meters here. So meaning this entire thing, so we have 12 meters here. So that's 12 meters subtract by 6 meters is 6 meters. And then since nahati sila sa dalawa, so we divided by 2. So this is 3 meters. So we have composed of two triangles and square. So we can say that to get the area of the shaded region, we just add the area of the square by the area of by two times the area of the triangles, right? So we have the area of square, so that's 6 meters squared, then added by 2 times the area of the triangle is 1/2 times the base times the height. So the base is 3 meters and the height is 6 meters. So 36 square meters here, since 6 times 6 is 36. Then we have, okay, so we multiply 2 by 1/2. So we cancel the 2 and 2 here. Then we now left with 3 meters by 6 meters. So 3 times 6 is 18. So 36 square meters plus 18 square meters is 54 square meters. But actually, kung napapansin niyo yung first figure, pwede siyang trapezoid. Kasi the entire figure is a trapezoid mismo, di ba? So we can also apply the formula of trapezoid. So the formula of trapezoid's area is 1/2 multiplied by the sum of the bases. So we just have 6 meters plus 12 meters multiplied by the height of the trapezoid, which is 6 meters. So 6 plus 12 is 18. So we have 1/2 times 18 meters times 6 meters. So 18 times 6 is 108. So 1/2 multiplied by 108 square meters. Still, our answer is 54 square meters. So tama yung ating first answer. Very good. Sa mga sumagot ng 54 square meters. Next daw, ang sabi ng karamihan, ang second figure daw ay 49.04 square meters. Let's see. So to find the area of the shaded region, so we just have a shortcut. So we get first the area of the circle minus the area of the square, since the circle is bigger than the square. So to get the area of the shaded region, we have to get the area of the circle, which has the radius of 6. So that's 3.14 times 6 squared, or 6 meters squared. Then minus the area of the square. So the side of the square is 8 meters. So we have to square that. So 3.14 times 36, since 6 times 6 is 36. So we now have 24 carry 2, 8, 18. 3 times 4 is 12, carry 1, 4, 9, 4, 10, carry 1, 13, carry 1, 11. So we now have 11, or 113.04. So this is 113.04 square meters minus 64 square meters. And if you subtract that by 64, so this is 0, 0. So 0, 4. This is 9. This is 4. Okay, that is correct. So the area is 49.04 square meters. So tama ang sagot ng ating grade 6 students. Very good. Ang gagaling nyo na mag-solve ng area ng composite figures. Okay, so let's now proceed to the next. Solving routine and non-routine problems involving area of composite figures. So let's have this problem. Ayan. So Marie bought 2 leche flan molders. The first molder is a square molder whose side measures 8 inches. The other one is a circular molder with a diameter of 8 inches. How much bigger is the bottom surface of one of the molder than that of the other molder? So since we have a circle there, we will be using pi equals to 3.14. Okay, so how will you solve the problem? So this is already a word problem, no? So do you know which molder is bigger? So alin nga ba yung may mas malaking molder? Yung square molder ba? O yung ating circular molder? So to solve the problem, you'll be answering the following. So again, we apply the steps in solving problems. So first step is to understand. So based on the problem, what is asked? Of course, you're asked to find the difference of the area of the square molder and circular molder. So parang sarap pag leche plan ngayon, no? Tapos isasama yung leche plan sa sahog sa halo-halo bilang magsa-summer na at maintinit ng panahon. Okay. So next, letter B, what are the given facts? So the given facts are 8 inches side measures of the square molder, and then 8 inches diameter measures of the circular molder rather. Okay. So we now have to go to the next step. We have step 2, we have the plan. So what is our plan to solve the problem? So what formula are you going to use? So the formula that you're going to use is, of course, the area of the circle and the square. Ayan. So to solve the problem, we have to show your computation. And for that, we first make an illustration of each, then compute the areas. So kung i-visualize niyo yung figure, ganito ang magiging itsura niya. So based on the problem, we have the square molder and a circular molder. So the bigger one is the square molder, of course. So nasa loob niya yung circular molder. Ayan. So we have 8 inches. So how do you find the area of that? Ang hinahanap na natin ay yung difference silang dalawa, no? So to solve the problem, we have to get the area of the square. So the area of square is side times side. So we have 8 inches times 8 inches. So 8 inches times 8 inches is 64 square inches. So that's the area of square. Then the square leche flan is larger by about, of course, we find the areas. Sandali, ba't nawala yung circle? Oops, I think I forgot to include the slide, the area of the circle. Pero tama ang sagot nyo, 13.76. Sige, solve natin yung circle. So, paano ba nakuha yung area ng circle na 50.24? So, that is pi r squared. So, that's 3.14 multiplied by, okay, since ang diameter ng molder ay 8, so we'll get the radius. I forgot to include that in my PowerPoint. So, that is, we get half of the diameter, 8 inches. So, 1/2 of 8 is 4. So, that will be your radius. So, the radius of the circle is 4. So we now have 4 inches squared. So we now have 3.14 multiplied by 16 square inches. So if you multiply 3.14 by 16, so that should be 50.24. So for formality, let's solve. We will be getting, yes, 50.24. So from that, we subtract the area of the square by the area of the circle. So that will be 13.76 square inches. Very good. So the area or the square leche flan is larger by about 13.76 square inches. So tama ang inyong sagot. And of course, the last step is to check. So this is one way to check your answer. So you go back to your computation and check if the given dimension is properly substituted to the formula. Ayan, and let's have the last problem before we end. Ayan. So let's have this. A floor is a rectangle that is 80 feet by 40 feet with a semicircle at each of the short sides. So what is the area of the floor? Ayan. The area of the floor. Ayan. Okay. So ano nga ba ang pagkuha ng area? So again, we apply the 4 steps. So first step is to understand what is asked in the problem. So you're asked to find the area of the floor. Ayan. Then letter B, what are given? Of course, you're given a rectangle that is 80 feet by 40 feet and the 2 semicircle at the short sides. Ayan. So may dalawang semicircle tayo, ha? And rectangle. And then from that, we're going to plan. Anong formula ang gagamitin natin? So we'll be using the formula in finding the area of rectangle and circle. Okay, so bakit nga ba circle? Ba't hindi semicircle? O malalaman ninyo maya-maya lamang. Okay, then step 3 is to solve the problem. So again, you show your computation. So for that, you have the solution. Make an illustration of the problem. So, yun ang itsura ng ating problem. So, notice that we have a rectangle floor. It is made up of rectangle, 80 feet by 40 feet, and two semicircles on each of the short sides. So, since we have a semicircle, and the diameter of the semicircle is 40 feet, therefore, we get half of it so that we'll be able to find the radius of the semicircle. And the radius of the semicircle is 20 feet. Okay, so 20 feet. Now, from that, we analyze and identify the figures in the problem. The figures that we can easily identify are the rectangles and the two semicircles. So take note, dalawa yung semicircles natin. Yung isa sa left, yung isa sa right, di ba? So from that, we'll be finding the area of each figure. So we start with the area of rectangle. So the area of rectangle is length times width. So we multiply 80 feet by 40 feet. So we have 80 times 40. That's equivalent to 3,200 square feet. So that's the area of the rectangle. And next, we get the area of the two semicircles. So take note of this. We will be combining the two semicircles. So pag kinombine mo yung dalawang semicircles, pag pinagsama mo sila, one semicircle and another semicircle, pag pinagkabit nyo, makakabuo tayo ng isang circle. Kaya, gagamitin na nating formula ay yung formula ng area ng circle. So that will be area equals to pi r squared. So since our radius is 20 feet, it follows that we have 3.14 multiplied by 20 feet by 20 feet. Okay. Kevin Martin J. Daluntap is also one of our soulmates for week 5. Sige po, i-include na lang po natin siya next meeting. Ayan. Sorry for that, Kevin. Ayan. Thank you po. Okay, so we have the area, 3.14. We multiply 20 by 20. That is 400 square feet. So 3.14 by 400, that is 1,256 square feet. And then from that, we'll be able to find the total area of the floor. How will you solve for that? We will combine the area of the rectangle and the combined semicircles. So we add 3,200 square feet by 1,256 square feet. So if you combine the two, the sum is 4,456 square feet. So from that, we will be able to find the total area of the floor, and that is 4,456 square feet. Ayan. Okay, so tama ang sagot ng ating mga kids. Very good talaga. Mukhang ready na kayo mag-solve talaga ng ating problems involving area of composite figures. And dahil dyan, ayan, so last step is to check. Lagi pa natin i-check kung tama. Ayan, so I have here a homework for today's session. So again, paalala lang po sa ating mga kids, grade 6, that whenever you post your answers on the DepEd ETUlay FB page, make sure to please use the hashtags hashtag Math6Q3 Week 6 and hashtag ETUlay Level Up. And kung maaari din po, paki-tag or mention nyo na din kami ni Tutor Prince sa inyong pagpo-post. So, paki-mention kami or paki-tag. Okay, so for your assignment or for your homework, we have this problem. Read and solve the problem below. A photograph measuring 20 centimeters by 12 centimeters is mounted on a rectangular cardboard, leaving a margin of 2 centimeters around. What is the area of the cardboard that is not covered by the photograph? Again, the problem is a photograph measuring 20 centimeters by 12 centimeters is mounted on a rectangular cardboard, leaving a margin of 2 centimeters around. What is the area of the cardboard that is not covered by the photograph? So that will be your homework for hashtag Math6Q3 Week 6. Okay. So, kung hope you learned something, ayan. So, maraming salamat po. So, again, please do scan this QR code shown on your screens right now for your suggestions, feedbacks, recommendations, and the like. or you may visit the website there, www.tinyurl.com/3qstakeholdersfeedback. So maraming salamat po. And of course, from that, thank you for listening and watching. So for comments or suggestions, please do email us at edtech@deped.gov.ph. Up next, Tutor Rose Ann and Tutor Jolly for Mathematics 7. So muli, maraming salamat po sa inyong panonood at pakikinig. And hope you learned something, my grade 6 students. So that's all for today. And see you ulit next Friday for our DepEd ETUlay online tutorial for grade 6 mathematics. So again, this is your Tutor Andre, your Math Bay. Kasama din natin si Tutor Prince, ang inyong Prince of Math, saying happy weekend. Hope you learned something and goodbye. Thank you. Paalam.
Ang husay naman! Natapos mo ang iyong tutorial session kasama ang iyong mahusay na ETUlay tutor. May bago ka bang natutuhan? I-share na yan gamit ang hashtag #ETUlayLevelUp. Huwag aalis ha, dahil may susunod pang programa na pwede mo ring panoorin at salihan. Dahil naghihintay na ang iyong mga tutors. Happy learning dito sa ETUlay!